All right, guys. I broke my one rule, and that was no edits, no cuts. But I was filming in portrait because I just got done doing a YouTube, or not YouTube. I did a Instagram live, and I'm not loading a video on YouTube like that, so you can't see anything. And yeah, so first real edit and cut. The thing is, I'm just starting over, so. Anyways, I got my mic sorted out. That was half the time trying to figure out the mic. This is a Rolla project video. So the hood is up for aesthetics. It's fine. But yeah, a couple days ago, my clutch went out. And it was a funny experience getting up super early, rolling into work around 5:30 to hit the gym. And I have like two more lights to get through, and I clutch in and like almost hyperextend my freaking leg. Um, so, yeah, wasn't really sure what that meant, but gearing down, I mean, you had a little power, it engaged, the clutch came flying back out, and then I clutch it back in, and then it just like sticks, and you give it more gas, and it comes back out, and then I somehow get through the lights. So that was a blessing that I didn't have to stop any of the lights. And then I park it. I try to put it in reverse to reverse park. I think it's funny because I reverse park everywhere. I'm just like, oh yeah, my clutch isn't working, but like let's, take some extra moves to get this thing parked. Which could have been smart if I actually had to get a real tow. But yeah, so I'm kind of happy that I backed in. So yeah, then by that point I might turn the car off. You have that realization. It's like when you get pulled over, you like turn off the music and you're just sitting there. So right away I'm thinking my clutch is toast, just because I've had some glazing. I don't have any grinding or any. It's not slipping on me, but the glazing and I'm learning all this stuff in the past few weeks. But when I can gear in, and as I accelerate after I release the clutch pedal, I just get a little bit of rev, and then it comes back down and catches. No sound when it catches or grinding, but yeah, I've just heard that that's a sign that it's glazed, and I don't know if you can do any like tuning to it. I'm sure there's some machine work you can do to fix it, but I have a clutch kit coming. I don't need the clutch kit because it wasn't what we thought. So Orist came in as a lifesaver. He's kind of the first person I reach out to, just because he's my neighbor and now a pretty good friend. But I reached out to him and we were talking about it, and he has a buddy across town that is from Seattle. He still has a family like diesel mechanic shop. So I think they're working on semis mostly. And then he moved here around COVID, so he's got one in Nampa. And he does a bunch of work on the side, so he had time. He likes doing these projects, and it was going to be like a third of what the shops would charge me for a clutch job, which is awesome. So killer deal. But yeah, Oris rolls in with his beautifully 5-year coated F-150 and a nice car trailer. So yeah, we pushed that thing up there and got it to his dad's house, and his dad is thinking that we should check out the master cylinder. So the clutch master cylinder, not the true master cylinder. So I think it's just really the bridge point between like the cockpit and the engine bay. So it sits in the firewall, and it broke. Actually, the inners were plastic, according to Nick, the mechanic, which I guess is pretty dangerous. So I mean, I noticed it when we rolled it off the trailer, and I was in it steering, and I didn't have any brakes. So all the brake fluid had actually leaked out, as well as it leaked out inside, since there's, basically an opening between the firewall and the engine, or in the firewall. So yeah, he thought, Nick was saying that it's kind of silly that they would cheap out on parts, because that's serious. I mean, what if I kept putting around town? I was planning on taking it to a shop, unless I found someone like this guy. And there were people close, and I thought I probably could have gotten somewhere. But yeah, no brakes, no bueno. So we're good. I don't know if I'll keep the clutch kit. I'll probably return it. I don't think there's a need for it unless this glazing thing gets out of hand and maybe I start having real clutch problems. But yeah, no tuning going on. But I just wanted to do an intro to the car. I don't think I'll do any kind of tuning ever unless there's like a turbo kit that could be cool, or maybe replacing the exhaust, or really intake could be nice. But yeah, a lot of thing will be aesthetics. Being a detailer, I will basically finally bite the bullet and actually detail the thing properly and give it a true full correction, good decon wash beforehand. We'll coat it. But there are some things that I'll need to take care of. I've always thought about paintless dent repair. I think cost of entry is pretty high, kind of like PPF. I think PPF might be more, but white cars are just hard to see defects, but we get close. I mean, you see mirror and you see oxidation, so you can just tell it's trashed. So yeah, I spent most of its life outside actually. So this is the longest it's probably ever been in a garage since we've lived here for 6 months. So anyways, I'll probably have to not replace, but the bumper is actually in good condition, but all the clear's gone because I blew it off when I was like 15, thinking I was cool pressure washing with like 3,000 PSI. So the bumper will probably need to be repainted, which Orist says he knows a guy, which is cool. I think that'd be sweet. I want to get a fin. Kind of reminds me of the fin off of cars. So there's the stock one. Comes with this S package. So that's been removed. Actually, I was testing some different polishes and compounds back here, but we'll do it all full. We'll do it all again. But the fin would come from here up and then just kind of curved and then back down. Dimensions-wise, I don't know if it's going to be a good fit. It's off eBay Motors, but yeah, we'll probably debadge it, replace the Toyota emblems. Chrome's fine for now. I don't have any other chrome on the car besides the emblems actually, so maybe I won't replace them actually. I think black could be cool. I just don't think the matte look would look all that great just because I got their factory wheels on it, and the wheels they're in okay shape. Super big profile, all weather tires. So I want to put coilovers on, and eventually, I think these are 15s? No, they're 16s. Like 17 or 18s, probably 17s with a smaller profile tire, or not too small, but maybe a little more beef. I don't want to push the wheel well too much. I don't want to have some sort of funky stance thinking I'm cool, but I think I can lose a couple inches and it'll give it some personality, which I'm stoked about. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyways, interior is just trashed just because I use different products and different things. You can just tell. So I'd like to do a whole revamp on the interior, spend 6 hours shampooing and extracting. Same with in the front. The front's really bad. Oh, he left me some brake fluid. Oh, I didn't use a lot. Nice. Thank you. Hopefully I don't have to break that out ever. But yeah, I think it would be cool to replace the shifter knob, because it's just the stock one, and actually whether it's real leather or not, it's kind of coming apart on the sides, which is okay. But I'd like to replace it, put something cool in there. Yeah, we'll just freshen it up, give it a nice coat of 303 probably, and yeah, be back in business where this thing, I mean, I don't think it has been worn. I think it's just dirty. And I've seen plenty of cars that are like that, where you think it's just a pile of crap, it's aged and parts are old, and it's not this new, which the new crap on the interiors is just literally crap materials. But it looks bad, and yeah, once you get it cleaned up, that's why most people react the way they react, because it's like, it's never been cleaned like that before. I tried like a headlight restoration kit like 8 months ago on this thing, thinking, I knew what I was doing. And then I learned it's like a sanding kit with these weird wipes. And I finally did a true headlight restoration the other day. And yeah, when you do it the right way, it comes out way better. So this actually looks like it's coming back. And then you hear, comments like from Matt Mormon where headlight restoration really isn't restoration. It tends to come back. And I think it's because of the polishing steps. Maybe it's the fillers. I don't know. But yeah, once you do it properly, I feel like it could last as long as you seal it in. But yeah, this is a car that I would really want to do rotary work on. I don't have a rotary machine, but I've been inspired by the Shine Doctor in Rochester, Washington. He's got like a cult following, and I'm part of it, and I'm happy to be part of it because there's a lot of things being exposed. Speaking of exposed, if I showed this, this could be bad for me. He could block me. I have my own little 250 ml Sonax Perfect Finish bottle, and I got a big quart of it up on that shelf. And you learn things online, some things that are good, some things that are bad, and this guy is preaching. And it sucks to hear things like brands like Sonax that, if it's the case that they have fillers and their products can't be trusted, it sucks because it is lipstick on a pig. But I've been inspired because Gloss Boss, he must have picked up something like a Bauer from Harbor Freight, but I think I need to do the same because I'm sick of not being able to get cars to where I expect to get them, and I hate hearing from clients, no, it's great, it's just what I need, when they're paying for a two-step where I'm trying to get 90% clarity or 90% of the defects out. So I've learned, and I feel embarrassed when I hand over a car that is maybe 70% there, and it's the best thing that I offer. Dual action polishers, they can't do what some of these guys can. Now not a lot of them, but a few of them are taking the time and sanding, and that takes guts, and I think it takes a lot of knowledge and failure to get to that point. And I think this would be the car to learn on, along with my wife's RAV. So I think that's what this series is going to turn into, where I'm learning, and I want to go down that path. So yeah, I want to be able to offer something that I can be super proud of, because we're all super critical. And things I can't fix are, scratches that you can feel with your nail all the way down to the primer. When you're feeling metal, can't correct that. And if that's what's left, that's what's left, and you've done your job. So anyways, that's my little rant. I feel like I've listened to a lot of people online in the detailing world, and not that they can't be trusted, but it's super easy to get on like a kick. And there's a lot of products up there in the top that not all of them, but like Obsessed Garage's Drying Aid, I have had like horrible experiences with it. Like, I'm not impressed, which is weird, because I hear a lot of people swear by it, and I really like Matte, but it's just a product I don't like. And I think Extreme Solutions, I think it's their product, it's their formula. It just doesn't have dye or any scent in it. And he dogs on like Dreammaker, and again, I like love Matt, and I love all the stuff that he does, and I mean, teach their own, we all have our own opinions, but like Dreammaker, I've never used. I have a ton of it. I've never used it because of other people's opinions, and then I use it. I'm like, stuff's great, and it costs. I mean, it's expensive. Dreammaker is expensive, and I get it because it actually levels out great. It's a good little fresher upper. So yeah, you can't listen to everyone and everything, and that's something I've always learned is that, or something that I've like tried to stand by is not one company can do it all. So yeah, I mean, I'm learning through trial and error that this stuff that I've been using on some of our cars the past year is crap. Like when you get light in here and you start to see things that you normally weren't able to see, the performance of some things that you may have trusted someone's opinion on just aren't that great. But I mean, it worked for some people, you know. But I'm not here for leisure. I love doing this stuff, and I love, you know, making people happy. And yeah, there's nothing like watching a client look a little bit longer on one panel than another, and you knowing exactly what they're looking at, because you were there for maybe over an hour and you couldn't, you know, provide the correction that you know thought you could do. It sucks. I'll say that. So, but again, some of the defects that I'm talking about, that I'm thinking of, are things that I probably would have had to sand down. If not, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe if I had a rotary, I wouldn't have given up like I did, because I mean, I don't run wool pads on dual actions. I run microfiber, which is good, but I'm running heavy compound, and these pads heat up. There's a lot of friction, and you start to fear a little bit. I mean, I think it's hard to burn through paint with dual action. At least I've heard, and I've heard all the tests that people have done about how much pressure you'd have to apply and how long you'd have to sit on a panel or a spot to truly burn. But like, when you're dealing with dual action and you got a pad flat to the surface, it's like, and you can like feel the heat radiating off it, and you feel your pad and you feel the panel, and you're like, it's not worth it. So I think that's why I get to certain points on cars where it's just like, I can't. I'm not going to go any further. I've already done two pretty big passes, and there's not a point in going a third because it's not biting enough. So trying to learn that. I'm learning it the hard way through failure in terms of, you know, not providing what I want. I feel like I have boundaries, which is good. So I'm glad I haven't had to foot any paint bills. But yeah, I think the rotary is going to be the way to go. So this is my wife. I mean, I told you no cuts. I probably should answer this. Hey.
Hey, I'm heading home from my mom's house right now.
Okay, sweet. I'm just finishing up a YouTube video. You there? I can't hear you. What? Hello?
Okay, I'll just talk to you at home.
Okay. Guess she's gonna be on my YouTube video. All right. Yeah. So that's basically the gist of it. I just want to get exterior dialed in as much as I can. There's some pieces on here that need to get replaced. All the trim pieces I know I can clean up a little bit. This will actually take a little bit of compound and brighten up a little bit, and then we can use like some of that trim restoration stuff from the guy that has that Black Death stuff. I forgot what it's called, but it works. This is kind of what I'm worried about down here. I'd like to get this replaced because it's on all these pieces that came with this package, and it just looks super ugly. And when I take that front bumper off to get repainted, I mean, you can see how bad it is up here. Pretty horrible. So I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it obviously looks like some sort of adhesive, like caulking, or man, that's all I can think of is caulking. But yeah, some aftermarket parts. I'll probably replace the headlights. I think they are like a true, like, which headlight is more clear? I think it's like a black inner, so I think I'd probably just replace them. All the aftermarket stuff though is either replicas of this or halos, which would look horrible on a car like this. I might replace the front grille. We'll debadge some stuff. For replace the front grille, I won't get factory, so the S is gonna be gone. I'll probably just get OEM because I don't have a lot of chrome on the car, and the chrome piece is okay. And if I go black, I'm gonna go gloss. So yeah, we'll debadge Corolla here, the S, and we'll probably chrome this or do like a black gloss on that, or replace it and then do like a black gloss. So maybe we could do something up here on this little transmitter thing for the radio. Everything else is pretty chill. There's a guy down the street that has a little startup that they do like it's like film, but it's for scratches. I'm not sure. I think that they're using like 3M or someone like 3M, but it's basically like a patch kit instead of having to repaint. For scratches, I would definitely get. I'd probably repaint, kind of like getting like Dr. Color chip kits for chips in the front bumper and the hood. But for that, I mean, it could be cool. Get one of those little scratch kits that covers a hole like that. But I just don't have a good feeling about the spoiler I'm getting. I'm getting like a little 2-foot spoiler that replaces the OEM. We'll get that painted when we get the bumper repainted. I just need to get the dimensions. I don't know if it's gonna fit. If it doesn't fit perfectly, if it's wide enough, that's what's important. I won't skimp on width, because then it could look really trashy. So yeah. Anyways, we'll do coilovers to lower it. I want to lose a couple inches. Wheels and tires at some point. That's going to be at least $1,500, which that's going cheap too. I think my brother's wheels were like $900 a piece. I think he got Vossen, like a hybrid between cast iron and what do you got? You got cast iron, and then you have forged. Yeah, cast iron forged. So yeah, so again, this is just the introductory. We'll probably start on it maybe on Saturday. I have a job Friday night, so tomorrow night, and I'm probably gonna leak into Saturday morning. We'll do a full decon wash, get it all, what's it called? We'll do a little synthetic clay on it. We'll test some stuff out. I need to polish the windows. We'll probably start in the hood and the rear door back here, just to see what we can do as far as cutting goes. I'm not gonna have a rotary by this weekend, but if I can get a couple more details booked, I can justify picking up a little $90 rotary, and we'll just start freaking laying down some slabs, as the Shine Doctor says. So I'm probably gonna have to ditch the stool, because that could get me blocked too. And I like the guy. His name is Steve. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that's it. I'm stoked. I'd like to have some of this done by the end of the year. I don't think I can get wheels and tires on by the end of the year, but I think we could do coilovers and the bumper and the spoiler. So I need the windshield replaced, but obviously I need to maintain the car after the whole clutch problem. So maybe we'll focus on that too. don't want to break the bank. I just want to put like $1,000 into it this year, from now through December, and that's all. And then we'll go from there. Maybe next year when the weather turns back in April, or looking forward in April and May, we'll look at wheels and tires. Maybe pick something up used. I'm not too picky on my daily driver, and that's one thing I gotta remember is like, this is a daily driver. I just did my own sound system. I spent like $400 in total. Everything was blown, so anything sounds better than it was. But yeah, we'll see. Should be fun. All right, that does it. We'll probably see you in the next one. Have a good night.